She's probably sat and she's talked with this about her daughters-in-law many times in the past, and they had probably made conversation about actually going back with her when she went. We all do this type of thing, saying things as if they will happen when the probability is that they never will. It's a way of filling time and filling our minds with hopes that please our thoughts. With her time to move at hand, though, the reality of those idle conversations will now either be proven true or false. Certainly, there was no malicious intent in either daughter-in-law, but just the wistful ruminations that would never really come to the point of being realized. But during all that time, and through the moments of sadness and heartache, a preparation was being made for either of the girls who would really presume to make a move back with Naomi. God has a way of making us hope for what is better by handing us difficulties in the present. Matthew Henry sums it up this way: earth is made bitter to us, that heaven may be made dear. Think about that. Life in Moab was made bitter for Naomi and her daughters-in-law in order to hopefully make their hearts long for a pleasant return to the land of promise. And it did. Naomi is ready to return home. Our text verse today comes from Hebrews chapter 11. It's the 6th verse. But without faith, it is impossible to please him, meaning God. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. In the coming verses, we will see Naomi bless her daughters-in-law in the name of the Lord. But in order to receive such a blessing, it means that they must seek him. They will be tested by Naomi and her words to them as to whether their devotion is sincere or not. If it is, then their reward will certainly come. What will seem like an honest plea by Naomi for them to depart from her is actually a plea for them to consider well the road they plan to take. The same is true for us who understand that following Christ doesn't always mean prosperity, wealth, and health, as many churches like to teach in the world today. Instead, God has granted affliction to his apostles and to all of his faithful followers throughout the past 2,000 years. If we simply open our eyes to history, it should be apparent that we are bound to face such trials from him as well. If we do, will we still be willing to follow him? Let us resolve in our hearts right now to follow the Lord no matter what. No matter what happens, let's just purpose in our hearts to follow him. And the best way to do that is to know him intimately and to trust him implicitly. The way we come to do both of these is through knowing his superior word. And so let's turn to that beautiful word once again, and may God speak to us through his word today, and may his glorious name ever be praised.